Hello. I almost forgot to talk to you today. Welcome to day 5 of Undeniable Joy. My little, video cast of me reading my book, Reflections of Joy. All right, here we go. This is me after a long day. I'm happy. I remembered. It's all good. So here we go. Learning to listen. If I've learned one thing in 55 years, it's that there is no right or wrong when it comes to living my best life. Some things worked for me when I was 20. Many of those things don't work for me now. In the same respect, many of my current practices wouldn't have fit in my life when I was younger. Whether you're trying to revamp your diet, exercise routine, prayer, or social life, there isn't one right way. We've all seen today's miracle cure become tomorrow's nightmare too often to say that there is only one way to be healthy. So what does this mean in a world of too much information and on-demand options? I had to learn to listen to my body, and because I'm older and chronically distracted, I realized my need to write things down. Listening often means tracking a new supplement or exercise for a few days or weeks to see what manifests after I try something new. Intuition is a powerful tool, no matter what the task. Trust how you feel and work hard to get back to the place where the voices in your head and the feelings of your heart, the hunger of your body, and the desires of your imagination originate from within you. It might be the most challenging work you've ever done, but it's worth it to reset your operating system to get back to the way you were when you were born. You're meant to feel sensations like hunger or fatigue and respond in a particular way. You're also created to dream, explore, question, and live in community. I share my stories and offer a nudge to get back to you. I think it's also important to note that sustainable change is more likely if you approach your goals from a positive place. Your brain is more willing to follow your lead when it thinks that you're going to do something fun. For example, if you set a positive goal, like, I'm going to eat 5 servings of vegetables or fruit a day, you can feel good checking them off. If you set a deprivation goal, I won't eat junk food, your brain kicks into terrible two-temper mode, demanding its needs be fulfilled. Set your goals so you feel good about them and you can reasonably expect to achieve them. Crowding out. In theory, crowding out is the act of displacing one thing or action in favor of an option more aligned with your goals. The more new things you add, the less room you have for the old, allowing you to create new tastes or habits without feeling deprived. Most of the time when someone talks about getting healthy, they share a complicated plan complete with a list of rules detailing calories, macros, exercise, sleep, and medication. Meditation, same thing. On and on and on. They often describe the things that they're going to give up rather than what they get to keep. There is nothing I dislike more than someone telling me what to do. It started when I was young, and it continues today. Tell me I can't do something, and watch me try. Tell me I can't eat something, and watch me struggle with the cravings. Tell me I can't have wine, and watch the final drops drip into my glass. Tell me I should exercise, and I'll find a new series to binge watch. Does this sound familiar? But what if I could order a salad as my side dish and barter a couple of fries from my husband? What if I could enjoy a glass of wine followed by a glass of water instead of automatically pouring another glass of wine? What if I could take a long walk with a friend instead of texting back and forth for hours and let that count as my daily exercise? Here's another example. There was a time in my life when I only drank coffee and sugared soda. I didn't drink water unless I had to take a pill or brush my teeth. I'd wake up in the morning and my first priority was coffee. I'd often drink 3 or more big cups a day, each enhanced with cream and sugar. Once mid-morning rolled around, I'd switch to soda. I worked in a restaurant, so it was readily available and it was free. After 2 or more throughout the day, I'd fill a 32-ounce cup before leaving work and sip on it all night long. When I became pregnant with my first son, I tried to cut out all of the bad things, including caffeine. I quit drinking all of my regular beverages as soon as I found out I was expecting, but I experienced horrible mood swings and headaches almost immediately. I didn't want to take medication, because I was pregnant, to alleviate the pain, and quickly fell back into my caffeinated routine. After a few days of feeling normal, I tried again, weaning myself off by replacing my third coffee with water and reducing my evening soda. I allowed myself to sip on it until we finished dinner and then switched to water. The following week, I dropped another coffee and reduced my soda again, each time adding a little bit more water to my plan. Following this, add in the good, I cut caffeine from my diet and increased my water intake for 4 weeks with very few adverse effects. I was formally introduced to crowding out when participating in the Institute of Integrative Nutrition's Health Coach Training Program. In hindsight, I've been using it for myself and in my coaching practice for many years. I've discovered this method of adding in works for many other areas in my life. There are several examples of ways to crowd out habits that may be keeping you from your best life without feeling deprived. Feel free to share ways you crowd out on your journey. I love learning new ways to make the path towards my goals even easier. Excuse me. It's not my intention to label things as good as bad, but rather to present you with food, drink, and lifestyle add-ins that have made my healthy lifestyle sustainable without suffering. The final section of the introduction. The journey. Sitting on the runway with a ticket to paradise can be exciting. I try to pick the perfect destination outfit to avoid being uncomfortable. I often end up lugging a carry-on bag full of things just in case. Slippers and blankets seem like a great idea when I'm packing, but deciding what's important before I store my bag can be overwhelming. 9 times out of 10, I choose my phone, a book, and a water to get through the journey. Meanwhile, my purse is busting at the seams, and I need my husband to help me get my luggage into the overhead bin because I've overpacked. I struggle to enjoy the trip because I get caught up in the details. Turning your health around can be like that too. I used to draw a line in the sand and make a plan. I'd circle a date on the calendar in red ink and I'd tell myself, this time, I'll finally reach the promised land and it will be amazing. I'd fill my bag with rules and restrictions that worked in the past, forgetting that I wasn't the same woman I was in my 20s. And I'd ignore the fact that it didn't work back then either. Once all of the preparations are in order, I did everything I could to put it off because I was afraid this time would be like all the others. I'd waste effort and money to get to my destination, and when I arrived, it would not be as I expected. Have you ever felt like that? What if this time you traveled on your terms? What if I told you it's also okay to be who you are, where you are, and still want more? What if you packed only the basic things that made you happy? And what if there was no named final destination? What if the trip was all-inclusive and you had hundreds of options to make the journey your own? This is what I'm offering to you. I've included the chapters in the order I would prescribe, and I offered suggestions to incorporate some tiny habits that have finally brought joy back into the journey for me. Try them one at a time so you can ease into your new life. Please try to fight the urge to read about food first. I know you because I am you. I've skipped the first 50% of all of the wellness books I've purchased just to get to the good stuff. Indulge me for a short time, if you will. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So trust me for just a little while. The small steps I suggest might help you finally find your path to joy and self-love on your journey to better health. Recording, knowing your goals, moving your body, they're all essential steps before you start to change your diet. Too often we get stuck in our past, believing the only way is the old way, and we starve ourselves to see changes. If your goals are the same as they were 20 years ago, you're not being fair to yourself. If you slash your calories to lose weight while sitting on the couch every day, you're not being fair either. You need fewer calories to sit than you do if you're moving. Move your body first. Learn to eat when you're hungry. It's good to be hungry, and even better when you learn to satisfy that hunger in ways that will help you live a long, joy-filled life. I'm a woman with a degree in life. I have plenty of certifications and a bucket load of experience. I've struggled for a long time to love myself, but I finally found a place of graceful acceptance. I had to learn it's okay to be who I am and still want something different. The words on the following pages come from my heart and hopefully reflect a new way of looking at life. I want to share the joy I experience every day, and I hope you'll find a way to read just a little bit, gathering the pieces you need to make your return to health a journey that lasts a lifetime. See you tomorrow.